And a good Thursday to you. The Seattle Kraken trying to turn around a two-game losing streak today in NHL. Play tonight's game in Winnipeg is the final stop on a six-game road trip before Seattle returns home Saturday to host Edmonton. Tonight's game is on Kong TV. Well, the Seahawks are on a bye week this week after knocking off Houston on Monday Night Football. Seattle's preparing to travel to Washington next Sunday to face the Commanders. Coach Mike Macdonald says plenty of good and not so good to go from off of Seattle's last game.
A lot of positive things from the tape, like we talked about last night. A lot of things to work on, which is great. So just it's a good position to be in. You're figuring out ways to win games, and you also feel like you had a lot of room to grow as well. So that's but the importance of this week is we get some rest, we regroup, get a great feel for the things that we're doing well, things we need to improve on, and then have a great plan of attack going into next week.
Macdonald says they're looking forward to the bye week to rest and heal up and get Devon Witherspoon, make that Devin Witherspoon, and Julian Love back on the defensive side of the ball.
I mean, we get excited about all our guys, but yeah, of course. I mean, I'd be more excited about continuity, having the same crew out there all the time. I think that's really important. I think that's one of the things you've seen even over the last 3 weeks without Spoon and Julian have like Tyakata stacking those reps, Drake playing next to each other like that, Nick getting used to hearing the calls from Kobe and Ernest and working with the corner. So, but I mean, you got to play the hand that you're dealt as well, and the guys that have been able to step in, are working to make sure that chemistry stays alive when we're out there.
Washington faces Kansas City in Arrowhead Stadium Monday and will have a short week to turn around and play the Hawks the following Sunday night. The Wenatchee Wild still looking for their second win in Western Hockey League play as they prepare for the weekend. Wenatchee's off to a 1-6-1-1 start this season, taking up last place in the Western Conference with just 4 points. Broadcaster for the Wild, Austin Draude, says the mood is still pretty positive around the team.
Morale is not bad. I think there's an understanding, like you said, there's a lot of hockey left to be played. We got 59 games to go and plenty of time to get there. So I think the guys are aware of that. I'm sure there is a little frustration that sets in when you start out 1-6-1-1, but there's no doubt these guys know the road ahead of them is a long one, and there's plenty of pavement on it.
The Wild will travel to Penticton Friday to face their old rival from the BCHL. Draude says that rivalry is more for the fans than it is for players.
It's a good rivalry. We've had that rivalry, like you said, since 2015 when we were in the BCHL, and they were our closest opponents back then. So probably not as big a rivalry for the boys, but certainly for our fans, for our organization, for their fans, for their organization. There have been quite a few excellent battles between our teams over the years, and the league has changed, the level has changed, but the rivalry certainly has not.
Tri-City Americans will come to the Town Toyota Center on Saturday, who are also off to a rough start this season. Draude says the weekend is a chance to pick up 2 big wins.
We got an excellent goaltender in Xavier Wendt. They're a team that has gotten off to some slower starts this season, so they're a team that'll be looking to jump on the board early. We'll need to jump on the board early too. I think that's a game where a good start is it's going to be a good harbinger of who's going to be the team that comes out on top in that game. But Tri-City, they bring in an excellent goaltender. They're trying to get the scoring around to go with. So certainly a couple of games this weekend that we know we can win. It's just a matter of putting everything together for all 60 minutes. The things that we need to fix are very identifiable. It's just a matter of going out and getting it done.
Wenatchee's game in Penticton Friday starts at 7:05. Home game Saturday against Tri-City at 6. Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com for tickets. You can listen for the action with Austin on 560 KPQ. Well, today's in prep sports schedule pretty slim. Just one prep girls soccer game on the books with Omak visiting Oroville tonight at 6. Prep volleyball schedule a little busier. NA it's at Cascade Christian. Moses Lake visits Ephrata, while Wenatchee hosts Eisen Eisenhower. Soap Lake plays at Bridgeport. Oroville hosts Pateros. Waterville Mansfield travels to Moses Lake Christian. Eastmont plays at West Valley tonight at 7 o'clock. Well, since we have a little extra time, let's preview what's happening in prep football coming up tomorrow and Saturday. Wenatchee's hosting Sunnyside tomorrow night in the Apple Bowl for homecoming. NCWLIFE will broadcast the game live. Moses Lake hosts West Valley. Davis is at Eisenhower. Eastmont travels to Enumclaw. That'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock. Battle for the Bronze Shoe is in Chelan tomorrow night when Cashmere comes calling. Bulldogs have a 10-game winning streak in the series. Kicks off at 7 o'clock. Other SCAC games tomorrow finds Royal in Natchez Valley. Kai-B visits College Place, while Luke hosts Zilla, and Connell visits Wapato. Quincy's home in Seawak play tomorrow night, hosting East Valley. Ephrata visits Sela. Ellensburg welcomes Prosser. Othello visits Toppenish. Grandview hosts a non-league game against Tri-Cities Prep. Omak hosting Cascade to go for the regular season Caribou Trail League title tomorrow night. There you see the Bronze Shoe Trophy. Chelan's last win in that series, by the way, back in 2014. For the Bees tomorrow, Okanagan will be at Manson. There you go. Actually, they'll host Manson. I say boats here in my script. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they need a moat or they have a moat to get the boats across them. Anyway, it's Okanagan hosting Manson. Moses Lake Christian visits Bridgeport. Lake Roosevelt travels to Tonasket. Liberty Bell hosts Brewster. Pateros plays at Soap Lake on Saturday. Antioch kicks off at Oakville at 2. Waterville Mansfield will play at Oroville Saturday night at 7. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.